my name is Karen Blair. I am the co-founder of the Canadian Culinary Championships and Canada's Great Kitchen Party. We have been in existence for over 20 years. So as co-founder and as COO, we stage culinary competitions in about 10 cities across Canada. And then we have these finale events in Ottawa. As a social enterprise, we raise funds for Canadian charities. And one of our chosen charities is MusiCounts. I'm well past the education stage in my life. What I think back on is my children, and particularly my daughter, who is about 26 now. But I remember in grade 4 or 5 in the public education system, she had the opportunity to be a part of a strings program. I think it was a rotating or roving strings teacher. She had the opportunity to try out an instrument that probably she wouldn't have had the opportunity before. And she went a long ways with it and got to play, with people beyond her school. So I think she did it for 3 to 5 years. So that public music education strings program was fantastic for her. Well, MusiCounts' mission that really resonates with me and with us as an organization is the Band-Aid program. As mentioned, we've been raising funds for the Band-Aid program and have raised $1.2 million. And what's exciting for us is to have those schools identified. I think we're now up to 112 schools. And, we think it's really, really important to support the mission of ensuring that all kids have equitable access to music education, because so many kids would never get exposed to music if they didn't have it in public education. Not everyone can afford private music education for their kids. We work with Jim Cuddy, Blue Rotary, he's our national entertainment advisor, Johnny Reed, Barney Bentel, Whitehorse, Serena Ryder. All of them have spoken to us about a teacher in their life who completely made a difference. Well, I remember Stephen Page actually telling me a story. He's with Bare Naked Ladies. There was one teacher or two teachers who completely changed the trajectory of their life. And these were all in public schools. And if it wasn't for that, then we know we wouldn't have some of these incredible, iconic Canadian musicians for our own enjoyment, but also for our project. And so for us, we really want to support that program because the musicians that are involved with us support the program and really resonate and believe in what MusiCounts does. If I'm completely transparent, my love and passion was sports. So I could tell you all the coaches that made a huge impact on me. However, when I look back at my music education opportunities that I had through the public education system, there was one teacher, and I don't know if all kindergarten teachers are like this one. Basically, her whole classroom was filled with music. Anything we did had a music component to it. Whether we were learning math or whether we were learning writing, there was always singing involved. So I take my hat off to her because actually my mom talks about this quite often, that she hasn't seen many music teachers like that are so incredible. So I think that put a foundation. For me, it was actually dance that I love. And so it gave me a foundation of rhythm and just a real love of music at a very young age, because it wasn't really a part of my parents' passion. Well, it's definitely a charity that I recommend to others. Really, really impressed with the team that we've been working with for the 5 years. I'd like to give a shout out to all of them, but I'll at this point just give a shout out to the president, Christy Fletcher, and it's under her leadership that she's got the exact right team. There's so many charities and there's so many valuable charities, but when I recommend MusiCounts and donating to MusiCounts, I know the impact that it's going to have because I know how streamlined and how effective they are in their granting procedures. And I've even had the opportunity to look at some of the school applications. And I've just been impressed with the passion of the team. And also, obviously, when I've seen the kids open up those boxes of instruments, they aren't necessarily the old flute or a trombone that we used to have in music education. It might be a particular kind of drums or a recording instrument that is more relevant to their kind of music taste. So I really am impressed with how they are truly making an impact as a small organization, huge impact for youth. What I love about the Band-Aid program and what MusiCounts is, when these students and these teachers get the new equipment, it's got a 15-year legacy. So it's not just a sort of a one-off thing. I know that there might be 400 kids this year, but in 15 years, that's 400 times 15. So that's a lot of kids that are getting exposed to music that wouldn't have before, and that's only because of MusiCounts.